So let's see. About to check out Gonzalo Lira on Rumble because Donovan's a silly becoming a stubborn old man who's afraid of technology. I still haven't signed up for a Rumble account. It's that kind of thing of like, okay, so which email do I want it going to? Because, you'll start getting all these emails about notifications. And you're like, great. Okay, let's look through all these emails. Oh, all these people made videos. Okay, well, I don't know if I needed 100 trillion, 6 gorillion notifications, but anyway. Now, Europe has to decide. This is one of these things. There's some people. There's actually somebody. Some of you will know who I'm talking about. He has a beard and a foreign accent, but he is far more American. He's more American. He goes further back in America than I do. And is difficult. He's like my Kempo teacher. I have a difficult relationship with this man. It's just like, oh fuck, why do you think like that? Why are you so smart? How do you know all this stuff that you think is stupid? Oh, but you're older and you've seen more, and So I'm waiting to see the take on Nordstream 1 and 2 getting blown to pieces, or holes being blown in them. Because now there's just nobody in their right mind thinks Russia did this. I mean, you really are sick in your head if you think Russia did this. This is really one of these where it's like even this is one of those that if you were to walk up to black people and be like, oh, did you hear about this, blah blah, and they said, yeah, and I heard Russia did it, and said, yeah, but did you know that was a Russian pipeline to Germany? Like, Russia was being paid for that. Like, that was one of their only sources of income, because they don't got any other income. And black people would instantaneously be like, hold up, playa. And they said Russia did it? They would instantaneously, hold up, playa. And then I'll smell, something smell funny. Something doesn't smell right. Something doesn't taste right. Until I was like, hold up. It's just, it's so much that kind of thing where it's just, you really have to be, it's pretty outlandish. And so now it's a stage of but I just, the credibility fight. And then the ex-Polish ambassador, or ex-ambassador from Poland, who's married to an American neocon, or whatever, and he's like, thank you, America, for facilitating this. I'm like, holy shit, so there's this moment where you're worried about this series of events could lead up to something maybe getting a little field nukes, nuclear, briefcases and stuff like that. The atomic briefcase and field nukes, and you're like, oh shit. No, but then you start, and note again, whatever happened to all the shooting up of nuclear facilities? What are now the Russians, there's nuclear facilities behind the Russian lines and they're shooting at them like, oh, still won't explode. Oh, we are so incompetent. We love disaster. We're crazy. We're the crazy, crazy Russians. Crazy Ivan. I love that now all these supposedly smart Americans have to rely on this idea in complete violation of the laws of power, that your opponent is insane. One of the greatest flaws you could ever have in your thinking is that your opponent is not rational, is not doing this for a reason. Like, why would they be your opponent if they weren't at some same level of rational calculation? They're smart as you, or they would have already beaten you. Which, there's a lot of times I have to think about that relationship to stuff that the right will get black-pilled, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You aren't defeated. Stop talking like bitches. You aren't defeated. But now, Europe's going to have to make its decisions. Like, the voters of Europe are going to have to start making some decisions. And there's going to probably be a portion of the German population that will just be like, more Vaseline, ja, jawohl, Vaseline. I love KY. But I'm thinking very quickly, the lack of fabulousness is going to hit. Nobody will deal with this. I love, Scott Adams said this only a bit about yesterday. I've been in and out of a fever, so I'm not sure what's happened over the last 2 days. Like, what time is it? When did I fall asleep? What day is it? How much time has passed? Like, holy crap. Getting sick is not cool at all. Like, that's why I do it so rarely. So, Scott Adams was like, this is all the fault of white girls, white women. He goes, if I'm going to get canceled, I might as well take it there. I just love it. It's because and I kept saying it, white women don't like violence. White women don't like violence. They like the idea of like, oh, I'm in a place where there's danger, and I'm dressed in this way that anything could happen to me, and I'm eating delicacies and drinking, and there's wild music that's not from my background playing. Who knows what could happen? I could safely get home because I'm a white princess, and they love that. They love that, and I supplied music for those nights. I supplied, some good soul music for soul night, and there was the alcohol flowed, and we had, all these rude boys with their boots and their fucking suits around, and patches all over their flight jackets, and then soulies, and all these people trying to look stylish and sussed up and clued in, and it's like it was fun times, and you had the local guys who would stay for soul night, and they'd be like, yeah, the white dudes who they would be playing pool, and they'd be like, yeah, bro, that shit is dope, and you'd be like, okay, homie knows, yeah, he's one of the old school homies of some sort, it's like he was there, sitting there going, damn, DJ Premier has deep crates, somewhere in rural Oregon way back in the day, and he's there to be at soul night, yeah, homie. He's getting his pool on. It's Staggerly's on the dance floor, Billy's playing pool. And it's wonderful to give that. That's the modern world. The modern world. And now, realities of the world. As Piero San Giorgio, you could still look it up. It's on altmedia.com. It's a privated video that you can only click through from there. But I tried to put it on Discord. The center cannot hold. And because the extraction, hex and hammer is kind of correct. But it comes down to Piero was there. That's his field. He's like, no, the cost of extraction, the cost of processing, the cost of moving it versus what people decide artificially to make the price, because they could vote on making a price different than it should be. All these together it can't work. Inevitably, what the real costs are going to fall on the producers, and they will stop. And that's it. And the center will not hold. That's what we're going to see. Because Europe, as my teacher's grandfather said, the Iceman DeAngelis, you don't have a problem, son. You just haven't made a decision. And come November in America, everybody's going to be making some fascinating decisions. It's going to be amazing to see. I love how now, after all these years, the Democrats are finally facing, we've been fucking with these polls. We've been fucking with these polls so hard that now we have no idea what's going on. They have to tell themselves, they're trying to say it in the nicest terms. Everybody's got to talk in euphemisms, has to make nice. You never know who's watching your words. The big brother algorithms are watching what you're saying and how you say it. I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you characterize that information. Everyone's going to be making a decision.